News Services Division of All India Radio presents Money Matters.
देश और लोगों के वित्त और अर्थव्यवस्था से जुड़ा कार्यक्रम
About savings, investments, borrowings and taxations.
हिंदी और इंग्लिश में सीधा प्रसारण
On our digital platforms.
सुनना ना भूलें हर रोज शाम 4:05 से 4:30 तक।
Money Matters.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Money Matters, our daily show on all things to do with personal finance. You're listening to Money Matters on the official All India Radio News YouTube channel. This is an interactive show where you can also participate, and you can do that simply by typing your comments in the live chat section. Or you can send us an email on moneymatters.air@gmail.com. We announce the topic of the show one day in advance so that you can send in your questions in advance. So as announced earlier, our topic for today is life insurance annuities. I'm V. Ravi Kumar and with me is my co-anchor in Hindi, Vishal Sharma.
नमस्कार, मनी मैटर्स में आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत। वित्तीय साक्षरता से जुड़े इस कार्यक्रम में आज हम बात करेंगे जीवन बीमा एन्युटी के बारे में, या कहें तो जीवन बीमा वार्षिकी के बारे में। श्रोताओं, कार्यक्रम में हम आपके सवाल भी शामिल करते हैं। सवाल भेजने के लिए हमारा ईमेल आईडी है moneymatters.air@gmail.com। आज इस कार्यक्रम में चर्चा के लिए स्टूडियो में हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं वरिष्ठ आर्थिक विशेषज्ञ उद्यन रे। उद्यन, मनी मैटर्स में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत।
धन्यवाद।
उद्यन, देखा जाए तो हम सभी लोग युवावस्था में खूब काम करते हैं, और जब एक जीवन की सांझ आती है, जब सेवानिवृत्ति का समय आता है, उसके बाद की वित्तीय आवश्यकताओं को पूरा करने के लिए ये जो इंतजाम करते हैं, वो जहां तक मैं समझ पा रहा हूं, वो एन्युटी की कोशिश के, उसको एन्युटी के जरिए हम वो इंतजाम करते हैं। वास्तव में एन्युटी है क्या? सबसे पहले हम ये आपसे ये जानना चाहेंगे।
देखिए, एन्युटी आपके लिए रेगुलर या मासिक आय कह सकते हैं। मासिक तो क्वार्टर में भी मिल सकता है, हाफ ईयरली भी मिल सकता है, पर रेगुलर पे, रेगुलरली आपको एक आय मिल रहा है, और नियमित आय जिसे कहते हैं, नियमित आय उसको कह सकते हैं, और ये आपके एक मुश्त रकम से तैयार होती है। तो हिसाब किताब ये है कि आप अपने कार्यकाल में, आपके करियर में, आपके वर्क लाइफ में आप धन एकत्र करते रहते हैं, और उस एकत्रित धन से उससे मासिक आय का इंतजाम किया जाता है। तो इसका मतलब आपके जो एकत्रित धन से आप किसी फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन को वो सुपुर्द करेंगे, और वो क्या करेंगे कि आपके मासिक आय का इंतजाम करेंगे। तो एन्युटी इसको बोला जा सकता है। और इसका एक लार्जर फिलॉसफी ये है, मंत्र ये है, या समझ ये है कि देखिए, जीवन बीमा क्यों हम लेते हैं? जीवन बीमा इसलिए लेते हैं कि हमारे धन एकत्र करने से पहले, सेविंग्स एकत्र करने से, पर्याप्त बचत होने से पहले अगर हमारी मृत्यु हो जाती है, तो हमारे परिवारजन जो हैं वो मुश्किल में पड़ सकते हैं। उनके दैनिक जो खर्चे हैं, दूसरे जो खर्चे हैं, जैसे बच्चों की पढ़ाई लिखाई, आपके जो स्पाउस हैं उनके रिटायरमेंट, इन सब चीजों में खलल पड़ सकता है, इंटरप्शन हो सकता है, दिक्कत आ सकती है। ठीक है, ये इसका रिवर्स है। इसमें यह है कि आप इतनी दिक्कत ना हो जाए, क्योंकि आप अपने कार्यकाल में या आपके जो करियर में या वर्क लाइफ में आपने उसको निकल गया, वहां पे आपने कुछ बचत की, ऐसा ना हो कि आपकी बचत कम पड़ जाए। और ये क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट होता जा रहा है, वो ये है कि, और ये अच्छी बात है कि औसत भारतीय की जो लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी है, मतलब वो ज्यादा लंबे अवधि तक वो जीवित रह रहे हैं। तो अब जैसे कि हम जानते हैं कि एवरेज ऑलरेडी 69 साल तक पहुंच चुका है, और कई शहरों में ये आप पाएंगे, हमारे परिवारजनों में कई लोग 80, 85, कई 90 और कई 95 तक पहुंच जाते हैं। अब 100 साल जीवित रहना किसी के लिए हमें आश्चर्य नहीं होता, पहले आशीर्वाद दिया जाता था। तो ये अब, क्योंकि आपको ये खतरा बना हुआ है कि अगर आपके पास क्या क्या मुश्किलें हो सकती हैं कि अगर आपके पास पर्याप्त पैसे नहीं, जिसे अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं इफ यू आउटलिव योर मनी, कि आपकी जीवन तो रह गई पर आपके पैसे खत्म हो गए, फिर आपको या तो सरकार को देखरेख करना पड़ेगा, या परिवार जनों को देखरेख करना पड़ेगा। तो उनके जो फाइनेंशियल गोल्स हैं, उनकी जो फाइनेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं, उनके बचत के ऊपर आप बोझ बन जाएंगे। इसलिए क्या है, सबसे पहले आपको सेव करना पड़ेगा, और सेव करने के बाद वो दो इंतजाम करने पड़ेंगे कि जब तक आप जीवित रहते हैं तो एक मासिक या रेगुलर आय बने ना। ये चैलेंज क्यों बनता है? वो इसलिए बनता है कि कई जगह जैसे पहले जैसे हमारे माँ बाप के जो कार्यकाल में वहां पे क्या होता, सरकार या कहीं और वो लोग काम करते थे, उनको एक फिक्स पेंशन मिलती थी, फॉर लाइफ मिला करती थी। तो वो सुविधा अब नहीं है। अब ज्यादातर कंपनियों में आपको पेंशन की सुविधा नहीं है। आपकी पेंशन के लिए जो जमा करने की सुविधाएं हैं, पर वो जो रेगुलर पे होगा। आज के डेट में क्या होता है कि आप अगर कहीं काम करते हैं तो महीने के शुरुआत में आपको एक टिंग से आवाज आती है और मोबाइल में आता है कि आपकी तनख्वाह आपके अकाउंट में आ गई है। वो टिंग कब बजेगा? अगर आप रिटायर हो जाते हैं तो एनुइटी ये सुनिश्चित करता है कि वो टिंग हर महीने या हर क्वार्टर या हाफ ईयर या एनुअली बजता रहे, तो आपके यहाँ पे इनकम रेगुलर नियमित आय होता है।
तो सेवानिवृत्ति के बाद जीवन का यही स्तर बनाए रखने के लिए एनुइटी प्लान खरीदना जरूरी है।
So life insurance basically covers two risks, Udayan Ray. We say the risk of dying too soon and the risk of living too long. So the risk of dying too soon is covered ideally by term insurance, which we have covered in Money Matters earlier. Immediate annuity or an annuity product is a mirror image of term insurance. It covers the opposite risk, that is the risk of living too long. As you mentioned, people live till 95 and 100 these days as well. In that context, we get a lot of calls on our call-in show that I'm retired, I've got a bunch of 30 lakh rupees or 50 lakh rupees and I want to invest it somewhere. So we tell them, put it in senior citizen savings scheme, 15 lakhs, 9 lakhs in POMIS, a post office monthly income scheme, and 15 lakhs in Vaya Vandana. In the context of an annuity, how is it different from this SCSS, POMIS and Vaya Vandana schemes?
Ravi, it's at a fundamental, at a structural level, they're the same. They're taking a lump sum from you and they're providing you regular income for a certain period of time. Like SCSS would be 5 years, right? Some others will be of some other periods, but they're providing you for a certain period of time. And they have been made very simple. The government is involved in SCSS, so you're not scared that who's going to run away with the money. The interest rates are reasonably high, pretty high compared to other alternatives as far as SCSS and some of these government-oriented or government-backed schemes. What happens in other places, in other parts of the world is this, that you basically get the same structure. So coming back to annuities, there are two broad categories of annuities. One is when you want a regular pay.
Would you say the critical difference between these government schemes that we mentioned, they are for 5 years or 10 years, whereas annuity, whatever type of annuity one takes, it is guaranteed for the rest of the life, whether it be till 95 years or 100 years or 150 years also?
Well, Ravi, there are lots of variations in terms of annuity. So this is just one sort of plain Jane category of regular pay that's coming to you. Like a senior citizens savings scheme gives you a payout every quarter, right? And post office monthly income scheme gives you a monthly sort of payout. Now, what happens is in terms of the same structure can be, you can actually, for a life insurance annuity, immediate annuity, there can be many variations. You can opt for a payout period, different payout periods. It could be monthly, it could be quarterly, it could be half yearly. You can have it for a particular period of time, say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It depends on the life insurance company. The amounts could vary, okay? So you could have an increasing amount of annuity that's coming into you. So right now you're getting 1,000 per month. Next year you can get 1,100, right? Apart from that, you can top up those facilities. So 1,100 you're getting, and you think that the inflation is going up. So you said, okay, I'm going to buy some more annuity and I'm going to get $500 more per month. So those variations can happen. Then apart from that, there are 6 or 7 other variations. You want your wife to be covered, right? So you could have a annuity with a joint sort of ownership. So after the death of one person, another person gets it.
So we'll get to those various options because it's very relevant, especially for those whose NPS is coming up for the annuitization or the decumulation phase. But before that, there are these various categories that you have. Of course, fixed annuities you have fixed indexed annuities, you have variable annuities, you have immediate annuity, and you have deferred annuity.
Right.
Of course, the first 3 categories are currently not available in India. So we probably can leave that from the general discussion. So you basically have 2 categories available in India. One is immediate annuity, the other is deferred annuity. Can you just shed some light on these 2 categories?
So deferred, as the word indicates, is basically what you're doing is you don't want the regular income right now. Okay, immediate annuities you want it right now. So basic deferred annuities is something where you can actually tell the company, in this case it's the life insurance company, that you want the annuity in some period of time. Okay, now a lot of deferred annuities are typically accumulation products where during your work life you're actually saving regularly. So every year you're saving some amount, and at a certain retirement period, say a vesting age, which is what the term is, you start, then that is when the annuity happens. So basically whatever you have saved, that amount actually buys the an annuity. So there you can choose whether you want it for 10 years, 15 years, you want to cover your wife, you want to cover your children, you want to get your money back, the principal amount you can get back. Okay, so that is deferred is when you want it later. You may not also, there could be a variation where you may not be saving regularly. You got to, suppose you retire early, right, say at 45, and you keep the money with the life insurance, that there could be an annuity product, and they said, okay, you don't want it now, you have retired at 45, you want it from 55, so from 55 they'll give it to you, and in those 10-year period they'll make the money grow. So in the accumulation period, what happens, Ravi, is, as we are aware, the money is actually growing. You are actually dipping into the money from the vesting age, when that's basically a retirement period or a period from where you want the regular income to come. So that's deferred annuity. Immediate is that lump sum you give to a life insurance company. They start giving you sort of a regular income over a period of time. Now the interesting thing, Ravi, is this, that for a life insurance annuity, it's not necessary that you need to invest. That accumulation period of the savings has to be done in a life insurance company itself. Although any life insurance company you save, it need not be a retirement plan. You can save and buy an annuity. But suppose you have invested in a mutual fund, or you have saved in a fixed deposit or somewhere else. Or even NPS, which is a very relevant point that you're making. There also, if you go to the NPS side, you'll find all the annuity providers, the regular sort of income that's being provided, the 40% of your accumulation now that stands, that has to mandatorily be covered into regular income. That is provided by life insurance companies because they have that expertise of providing it. Now, I'll just butt in very quickly about something you mentioned about senior citizen savings scheme. Now, that interest rate, Ravi, is a very critical part because here senior citizens savings scheme is a 5-year thing. Suppose it's for 15 years. What basically the life insurance company is doing is taking a punt on how the interest rates will move, and they'll accordingly figure that out and work backwards and can give you tell you that this is the amount of regular income that we'll be able to provide you, or for 10 years, or for any other variation that you're looking at.
So an annuity is a product which covers the risk of a person living too long. So howsoever long he lives, he is covered by an annuity. And so we've established the basic what and the why it is required as compared to the other products where you mentioned there's a reinvestment risk that after 5 years, SCSS currently gives 8.6%. After 5 years, it might be 6.8 or 2.6. Nobody knows what the rate would be after, whereas you're guaranteed a rate here upfront, assuming you've taken an immediate annuity. Now we come to that question that people ask, especially NPS subscribers to take, and many government people also, to ensure that they choose the annuity options. So these options are like life annuity with return of purchase price, joint life last survivor annuity, increasing life annuity, or annuity certain. Now, how do I choose which one is the best for me?
Ravi, that's a very good point, and I'm glad you're bringing this up because this discussion hasn't been happening. Now, basically, you need to look at what are your retirement income sources. Is this the only source that you have? Now, if you ask me, it's a completely personal opinion of a student of financial planning, but I do think that, what you basically need to do is give yourself a baseline income, baseline income guarantee that every month I'm going to get this. So you basically need to get a sense of the expenses that you will be incurring during the period, and can this annuity income match it, and if so, for how many years? So suppose you think that for your life you want it, so you say that okay, for life I want this baseline income, but the important thing to remember is this, that there'll be inflation happening during this period, right? So annuity cannot be your whole sole income source in retirement or a period where annuity is covering your expenses, because you will need something else, another income source which will grow beyond inflation. So what happens is, anybody who will analyze annuity products will see the longer annuity you have.
We'll continue discussing the various annuity options, but we'll take a short commercial break on Money Matters. Welcome back to Money Matters. We'd like to tell you that our topic for tomorrow is understand what the budget means for your finances. So if you have queries about Saturday's budget, do email them to us at moneymatters.air@gmail.com. That is Money Matters with an S. So don't forget to tune in at 4:05 tomorrow to listen to this program, and you ask your questions live, or you can send in your questions by email as well. So coming back to the options here. Now, what I see here, Udayan, is that if I choose life annuity, let's say at the age of 60, I get a rate of 8%. I'm just taking a hypothetical figure here. If I take life annuity with return of purchase price, my rate drops to something like 5.5 or 6%. The difference between the two is, in life annuity, I will get a certain rate at 8% for the rest of my life, which is starting at 60 till 120, let us say.
Yeah.
Because according to astrology, we have supposed to live till 120. So assuming it's 120, so for the remaining 60 years, you'll get, or as long as you live, you'll get 8%. Whereas in the second option, in case of your death, whenever it happens, your family will get that whatever amount you've invested back as a lump sum. But as long as you're alive, you will get at 5.5 or 5.5. But there is a huge drop between the two options. So if I was to choose one option, life annuity allows me to enjoy 8% while I'm alive. But when I die, I don't leave anything for my survivors. But in the second option, I take a lesser amount, but I leave a lump sum for my survivors. So which of these two, and it's a huge choice between these two. So how do I decide which one to take?
See, the more the benefits, the longer the benefits, the lesser would be the payout. I mean, that could be roughly a thumb rule. Now, much depends on how economically or financially vulnerable you are. Now, what this annuity, by definition, as we have discussed, is trying to protect you from the risk of going broke, right? Now, the question, in trying to protect yourself from going broke, what's happening is you're shutting yourself that corpus, that money that you're using for doing this is getting shut off. So what you have to do is make sure that not all your eggs are in the same basket. So suppose you have other sources. Suppose you have saved in your NPS, and there's a provident fund also or a superannuation fund also. So you don't put everything in a life insurance annuity, annuity for life or return of purchase price, which is where you're getting the initial amount back. You keep a certain amount separate, because there are other income requirements that you'll have. You will need large lump sums periodically. You might have a home repair to be done, kids to be married off, or some other thing happening, right? You might need lump sums, you might need a lump sum on and off. So you don't put all the eggs in one basket, simply because annuities, unless they're inflation index, they'll always be falling behind inflation, number one. Number two thing that we need to remember is annuities are taxable. So if you're getting 1,000 rupees per month, or whatever, 10,000 to 20,000, that's all taxable. So we have to keep that in mind, that this is your baseline. This is like your protection. It's protecting you for your regular expenses. But for other areas, you will need to invest in some other place. So therefore, to come back to your question, what happens is you tell yourself that this is the amount I need to protect myself for my regular expenses. But what do I need to do to make sure that my money is still growing? So therefore, you might need to invest. Suppose you need money 10 years later or 15 years later. Again, you can actually invest in an equity fund, simply because your exposure is much less, or equity-oriented sort of fund, or say maybe a little slightly higher risk fund, say an index fund or something like that. So because when you're retiring at say 60, and you're looking at a say 30-year or a 25-year period, it's like you're planning at 25 for age 48. So that's how we need to, keep in mind that, you're at the base, you're making sure that you're having a regular income, but you're making sure that there's something going where your money is, your overall purchasing power is not falling back. So it pretty much depends on what your requirements are and what your fund sources are.
जी, देन हमने यहाँ बात की डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एन्युटी के बारे में और अपने लिए सही एन्युटी का चुनाव कैसे करें, हमने इस पर भी चर्चा की। लेकिन क्या एन्युटी खरीदने से पहले, कोई भी एन्युटी प्लान खरीदने से पहले, क्या हमें कंपनी के पास्ट रिकॉर्ड को देखना चाहिए जो एन्युटी प्रोवाइडर है
जी,
और उसका रिटर्न कितना रहा है, कैसा रहा है, ये सब के बारे में हमें देखना चाहिए?
बिल्कुल, और इसी कारण आपका सवाल बहुत सही सवाल है। इसीलिए SCSS जो जिनके बारे में सीनियर सिटीजन सेविंग स्कीम, जिनके बारे में रवि ने जिक्र किया, वो हमेशा स्कोर करती रहती है, क्योंकि कोई भी और एन्युटी, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस एन्युटी उस लेवल के रेट दे नहीं पाती है। क्योंकि आप जब गारंटी करती है, सरकार की गारंटी है, वो बीच बीच में सरकार वो स्कीम लेके आती है, पर वहां पे एक अपर लिमिट रहता है, जैसे 15 लाख है आपके मंथली इनकम स्कीम में एक लिमिट है। तो कई बार आप पाएंगे कि दूसरे जो लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कंपनी है वो तो मार्केट रेट रिलेटेड इंटरेस्ट रेट्स के हिसाब से सोचेंगे, पर सरकार जो है प्रोटेक्शन एलिमेंट ला रही है कि ठीक है, मैं हमारे पब्लिक के लिए हम ये प्रोटेक्शन करना चाहते हैं, उनको थोड़ा सा हायर रेट दे देंगे। तो इसलिए क्या होता है कि पहले क्या होता था कि लोगों की सेविंग्स, जो बचत कम होती थी, अब जैसे रवि बोल रहे हैं कि एनपीएस के कई लोग जिन्होंने एनपीएस में लगाया था, अब वो इस्तेमाल करने की स्थिति में आ रहे हैं। अब जो लोग रिटायर करेंगे उनके पास वो सेविंग्स का जो कुल अमाउंट है वो ज्यादा होगा, पर उनको ज्यादा वक्त के लिए चलाना है इसको, तो वो चैलेंज अलग किस्म की आ रही है। इसलिए क्या होगा कि आप एट सम पॉइंट 15 लाख का लिमिट आपका खत्म हो जाएगा, 9 लाख का लिमिट भी आपके MIS में खत्म हो जाएगा। तब क्या करेंगे? तब भी अगर रेगुलर इनकम चाहिए और तब भी आपको लगता है कि आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट बन रही है, तब आप क्या करेंगे? तो ये कुछ जो प्रश्न हैं वो अब रेलेवेंट होते चले जा रहे हैं कि आप क्या चाहते हैं कि एक थोड़ा सा आपने यहाँ पे लगा दिया, क्योंकि आप इसका जो एन्युटी का भी आपके पास तोड़ है, मतलब इसकी कंपटीशन है। सिस्टमैटिक विड्रॉल प्लान जो म्यूचुअल फंड के होते हैं वहां वो है, पर वहां पे रिस्क है, ठीक है। एन्युटीज में भी रिस्क है क्योंकि वो इन्फ्लेशन से पीछे जा रहे हैं, तो इसमें एक एनालिसिस की जरूरत है। मंथली इनकम प्लान्स होते हैं म्यूचुअल फंड्स में, वो भी इनके साथ compete करते हैं। तो हमें ना काफी कुछ कंपेयर करके यहाँ पे जाना होगा। पर आप अगर पूछें यहाँ पे कि एन्युटीज और SCSS में कौन जीतेगा, तो इसमें बताने की जरूरत नहीं कि SCSS आगे रहेगा, पर वो काफी कुछ सरकार के वजह से हो रहा है। कल को अगर सरकार ने उस स्कीम को साइड में कर दिया तो एन्युटीज सामने आ जाएंगी। तो वो एनपीएस में भी आप जो कई करोड़ लोग जो पैसे लगा रहे हैं, उनको भी उसको इस्तेमाल करना, उनको एन्युटीज ही खरीदना पड़ेगा, तो उनका क्या करेंगे? तो ये इसलिए जो रवि जी ने अभी बोला वो काफी रेलेवेंट हो जाता है।
So if you look at, we looked at the types of annuity, although there are other types, but we are running out of time. Where can I buy it from? Can I buy it from a post office? Can I buy it from a mutual fund? Can I buy it from a bank? Where do I get an immediate annuity? I want to buy one right now. Where do I go?
So suppose you're an NPS guy, you have invested in NPS also, and you go to the site and there is annuity providers. There's one page where all the annuity providers are there. So you click and you go to their sites, right? But typically life insurance companies are the annuity providers.
Only life insurance companies, the 23 life insurance companies in India can provide annuities.
The leading guys, they have the skills, they have the expertise, and what we call as the actuarial talent or actuarial skills, which deals with this, life expectancy, affliction, and all those risks they understand. And based on that, they'll say, okay, this is what the population has been doing. This is what the data is. This is how the interest rates and economy is doing, and this is what we can offer in terms of regular sort of income without prejudicing other people who are going to come and get the benefits. So it's basically life insurance companies who have this skill with them.
And quickly, who can buy it? Can any age person, any sex, any gender, any occupation can buy it?
Typically they would mention, all annuity schemes will mention what is the entry age, right? And in some cases it can be as low as 30 years, it could be a little later. So you can actually see, depending on what the scheme is, who is the provider, they'll actually tell you, and they'll tell you what is the maximum age at which you can enter.
Well, that's all we have in this edition of Money Matters. Once again, the topic for tomorrow's show is understand what the budget means for your finances. Thank you then. Thank you, Vishal. That's a wrap on this edition of Money Matters. नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।